Hello, everyone, and good evening. Thank you for joining me this beautiful night. And thank you again for taking the time out of your evening to listen to what Acadia has to offer you and any of the options that we have for you. And if you have questions, now is the time to answer. You have my full attention. So if you do have questions, again, feel free to ask. A little bit about myself. I will be your enrollment advisor throughout, the whole experience, whether you're in grade 11 or 12, and then often into your first year and second year, I will be there for you as a support. My name is Sarah Surrett. I work with New Brunswick students, Newfoundland students, and PEI students, so I'm a busy gal, but those are my contact digits and email right there. If you want to send an email because it's easier, feel free to copy that email address there. You should all have it if you were given the confirmation for this event. You should have it. If you don't, just let me know. And then that's my cell phone number. It's a business cell phone number. So if you do text it for just those one-off quick questions, then that's okay. There might be a slight delay in the slides. I'm just hearing that our beautiful enrollment advisor, Shay, who's helping me in the background, has just let me know that it's not switching the slides. So just give me a moment here to bear with me, and let's see if that helps any. All right, that worked. Okay, so again, there's my email and there's my phone number. Again, just reach out to me whenever you need me, just for quick questions, or if you need to send your transcripts in, you can send them to me, and I'll send them to the admissions office. So I guess I'll give a little bit about my background at Acadia as well. As you see, my sweater here, it says Acadia Sociology. I did start at Acadia with sociology, and I spent my first year exploring Soc, and then I moved into my true love, I guess, my theater program, which is what I ended up graduating with in 2019, was a Bachelor of Arts in Theater, specializing mostly on the performance side of things, but also doing production work as well. I was a part of the athletics on campus, so I was an Acadia Extreme cheerleader competitively, as well as the sideline cheer for football games, the women's rugby games, or any field games that you can think of. And then in terms of Wolfville and the community in general, I served for most of my university career at one of the local restaurants. I also had my hands on lots of volunteer opportunities, whether it be at the Wolfville's Farmer Market, or helping my professors or anyone local in the community that needed an extra hand. I tried to use that to my advantage as much as I could. For those of you who do not know, we are located in Wolfville, Nova Scotia, super small town, and I'll talk a little bit about the vibe of Wolfville later on, but just to give you a rough idea, we are only 45 minutes to an hour away from Halifax. If you're tuning in from St. John's, then it's about an hour and 45-minute flight. But then again, just to give you that, I guess, an idea of how far it is compared to where you are from St. John's, and then from St. John's to Halifax. I also visited MUN a lot, the St. John's campus. So I understand the flight, I get it, and it goes by super quick. And then once you're in Nova Scotia, the drive is super simple. When you're in Halifax, you can go shopping, you can check out their restaurants or the history of Halifax. It's compared to Vancouver in terms, obviously smaller in size, but in terms of the industrial scene and any, popular tourist sites, all that stuff. So when you're traveling down from Halifax to Wolfville, you will see this exit 10 sign. What this is to me as an alumni and to current students is a sign that I am home, and I'm now coming back to the place where I've made so many memories and had so many beautiful experiences that have grown and developed me as a person. So this sign right here is one to look out for, and You know, some of us have an Exit 10 tattoo. That's how much it means to us. So hopefully when you come, you'll understand what that means and make your own little meaning and importance to that sign as well. Wolfville, I like to describe it as one of those towns in like a Hallmark movie. So if you think of the Hallmark Christmas movies, the snow is like gently falling, the tree lighting ceremony, the little children, Christmas caroling, and then Santa walking around ringing his bell. That happened to me last year. I was submerged right in that, and I actually had to step back and ask myself, where the heck am I? Because it felt so surreal. But that's all seasons as well. So many different coffee shops and flower shops and local businesses, and everyone kind of knows each other. So you're really getting that friendly environment and that really great sense of community and acceptance. Wolfville has about 4,200 residents within the whole town, 15 plus restaurants, all of which are locally owned. We only have 2 businesses in town that aren't locally owned, the Subway and the Tim Hortons. So we do have a Timmy's if you would prefer Timmy's, but our local coffee is way better. And then we have 8 plus parks and trails. If you want to explore and adventure through those, you definitely can. And they're maintained all throughout the seasons, so you don't have to worry about that too much. And as you can see here, if you just keep following down Main Street, you will walk across a crosswalk and straight onto campus. So that Main Street just keeps on trucking. And then you'll land again right on campus. And Acadia itself has about 3,500 students. So we, as a student body, nearly double the town's population, meaning that it's a huge university town. So there's lots of events, sporting events, lots of activities and involvement that you can get your hands on. And the town really, really does love it when the students are in, and we can kind of feed off each other with the town relationship, the town community, and the university community. They kind of become one. Our campus is only 500 meters from the ocean, so if you do need that little study break, that sea breeze, you can definitely take that 2-minute walk down the hill, and you walk right onto the waterfront of the Bay of Fundy, which is right in our backyard, one of the 7 wonders of the world. So you get to watch the high tides, the highest tides in the world roll in. It's pretty cool. It's a really cool study space as well. But throughout our whole student body, we represent over 65 different countries. So that can be anywhere. Your roommate could be from Australia, your classmate sitting next to you could be from Brazil. Like, there's so many different cultures and experiences that you can learn from these folks. And I guess within our own country as well. We represent students from BC and of course Newfoundland and everywhere in between. There's at least one person from each province, so you really get to learn about different people and their experiences too, kind of broadening your understanding of the world. Within our classes, our average class size is about 28, and that's a true number. Oftentimes universities are throwing in master's level courses, or the students who are doing their PhDs, who those classes are obviously 1 or 2 to 5 students. Whereas us, it's a reality that our classes are small. So if you are a student who loves hands-on learning and needs that interaction with your professor, we got you covered. Just for those of you, again, who have never been on campus before, this is our beautiful campus, again, overlooking the Bay of Fundy and the Minas Basin, right in our backyard. I'll just give you a quick little tour of campus, just so you can get a rough idea of what you might be looking at if you do come and study with us in September. So starting up here, and hopefully you can see my mouse, but starting up here, we have our athletics complex for our kinesiology students. That's where the School of Kinesiology is, as well as our gym and our ice rink, our indoor running track, all the other fitness facilities. And then, of course, our football field. Running up this side of the street, this is University Avenue. This is our science building. We just put $22 million into renovations and upgrades in all of our lab technologies and resources. So you're definitely getting the best of the best. We have our psychology department over here, and we have our School of Business over here as well. And then we have our Casey Irving Center building and Harriet botanical gardens. This right here is a greenhouse. It's, again, a laboratory for students who are doing their ESST or environmental sustainability studies. They're hanging out over here, and there's some labs and beautiful study spaces and classrooms in this lower level of the building here as well. On this side of campus, closer to the top, we have our residence. So we have many different buildings to choose from. And then dining hall is right here, this building with the white roof. If you're standing dead smack center in campus, it takes you no longer than 10 minutes to walk to the athletics complex or anywhere else on campus. So everything is super, super close, but it's also spread out, so you do get lots of greenery. On this side of campus, this is more the art side of campus, so the theater and music, we have our library here, and then our Beverage Arts Center, which has all of the, English, political science, women gender studies courses are held in there. And then this tree line right here, this is the town of Wolfville, and that little sidewalk that I had mentioned earlier is just tucked away under these trees right here. So as you can tell, everything is right in your hands if you need anything in town. Talking about academics, we have 3 different faculties, 30 different majors, and 200+ degree options. So if you want to be flexible in what you're studying, we can definitely try our best to do so. We've had theater majors who double major in theater and bio. We have one of our theater majors who's a lawyer now. We've had music majors do music and math or music and chemistry. So it's definitely flexible for you to explore what you want to learn and what you want to know. We have 15 different programs to choose from within the arts. Anything from, history and languages, women gender studies, environmental and sustainability studies, and then psychology. You can also study in the arts. Within the sciences, again, we have 15 to choose from. Of course, bio, chem, and physics, but we also have engineering and computer science and nutrition. So loads of options for you. We have our professional studies as well. So these are really specific programs. So you're diving in headfirst into business admin or kinesiology or music. You're really focusing on the details of those programs and what they entail. Less electives in other faculties, more electives in your own field. Let's say business and finance, for example. If you're interested or you're thinking about maybe going to med school, we have an option here, the health science option. You get to work with our beautiful health science advisor, Helene D'Entremont. She works with you from day one until the end, making sure that you meet the requirements to get into those med schools or to take that exam or to have that interview. So we'll do all those mock-ups and make sure that you're as fully prepared and you have all the tools necessary in order to be successful if you're thinking about going into health sciences. For our general admissions guidelines, we would need your grade 12 English, 4 additional grade 12 courses, and a minimum overall average of 70%. If you are wanting to go into kinesiology or biology, we do require the 75% or higher GPA of those 5 courses. There's some program-specific admissions guidelines. I won't go through the whole thing because it is lengthy, but I guess generally for the sciences, we would need your chemistry 12 or chemistry 3202, and then your mathematics 3200 or 3201. So just keep that in mind, and if you have specific questions, just run them over me, and then I'll definitely answer you and get back to you. Tuition and fees, everyone's favorite topic. I guess the way that I have looked at tuition and fees and will look at tuition and fees is basically it's an investment in who you are as a student. Of course, you're going to university to study and to enlighten your education, I guess, but you're also going to grow as a person and as an individual. You're going to have these experiences that you would never get anywhere else. And it's lifelong. Those ones stick with you forever. So it's definitely an investment that is worthwhile. If you would like to, you definitely can opt out of our health plan or our dental plan as long as you have other coverage, either through an employer or if you have some under your parents, you can have that taken off of your tuition. You can also see that we have listed a single and double room. Obviously, you wouldn't be charged both. You would just be charged the one, whichever one you did decide to take. That being said, we do want to support you, so we do give over $4 million in scholarships, bursaries, financial aid, and financial support every year. So there's definitely something for everyone, and that's including our entrance scholarships. Entrance scholarships start at a requirement of 80% or higher for eligibility. So just keep that in mind when you're going through your grade 12 year. But again, if you have questions, feel free to ask me. We also have health counseling and accessibility services available to you as students, and this is a free service. I took advantage of it. I needed the accessible learning and having that classroom testing. So if you have accommodations now in high school, we can transfer them over to the same accommodations into university. So we'll try our best to make sure that you're comfortable and you're really getting the best or the most out of your studies that you can as a student. We also have our co-op program. It's one of the best co-op programs in the country, so you're coming to the right spot if you want to do co-op. It is offered in 80% of our programs, so if you are a student who is interested in the Faculty of Arts, don't feel like it's limiting you at all in terms of your experience that you could potentially be getting. You just have to check into the faculty and see what options are available to you. On average, our co-op students earn about 10 grand per work term that they do. So you want to do 3 work terms, awesome. 30 grand right there, knocked off of your tuition, just in that experience, that professional work experience that you're getting paid for. So definitely, again, not a bad option if you are wanting to do co-op. But yeah, you can do this. You can apply in your second year for co-op, and then it doesn't take you away from your studies. So when you're doing your work term, you will be doing your work term solely, and then when you come back to school, you'll be starting with your courses again. We do have an exchange program as well. If you're interested in exchange, 13 different countries that you can do an exchange in. Again, you can apply after your second year, and there are some specific requirements for exchange, but you can talk to your faculty about that when you are here, and it's a bit down the road, so you don't really have to worry about it too much. Some information I will let you know is that when you do travel to your new exchange, all you have to do is just pay for Acadia's tuition and fees. So you don't have to worry about international rates or any conversion rates or anything like that. It's just us that you would have to keep or continuously be paying with. If you are coming with us as a first-year student, you are guaranteed residence. So we have 11 different residences to choose from, all variants. We have historical homes, and we have Tower, which has 13 floors. It's the tallest building in the Annapolis Valley, so you get to see the sick views from the window. But again, we try to accommodate to your needs as a student, making this your new home, and trying to make the transition as easy as possible. Open house day or move-in day is the best day ever. All the RAs or residence assistants are hanging out outside, lots of music being played. You get your house chants and a house t-shirt, and it's such a wonderful experience, and you can just feel the buzz in the air of all the excitement of everyone moving in. So you'll find like-minded people, and if you have any troubles, the residence life is very much willing to work with you and make sure that you're comfortable in your new living space. Also, you are given an unlimited meal plan when you live on res, so you can go in 100 times a day. There's no extra charges per swipe. And in every other like normal school year, we do have a buffet style, so you can have at or make your own food or take something that meal hall is prepared for you. We also have My Pantry, which you can go in and cook your own meals and use all of the resources that they have in this space, and then you don't have to wash your dishes. So definitely a bonus to not have to tidy up after yourself, really, but you get all the benefits from the food you just made yourself. And this goes for students who have any dietary restrictions or allergies. You can also make a separate meal plan with dining hall to fit your needs. If you would like to get involved other than sitting and munching in meal hall, there's 80+ ways to get involved on campus, whether that be chess club or even doing the global brigades, as you see in this top left picture here, you know, traveling to a third world country and sharing your knowledge of the medical world to those folks so that they can better themselves and their society. But then we also have our sports and athletics. So of course we have varsity sports, 11 different sports, male, female, to choose from or get involved in. We also have club sports as well. That's what the cheer team was. So still competitive. You still have to fight for those national titles. So it's a great time. It's just a little less demanding in terms of practice time and expectations. And then we have intramurals as well. So if you'd like to just pop in twice a week to, you know, some rec volleyball, then you definitely can. And if there's a club that we do not have, whether that be athletics or otherwise, we can get it started for you upon your request to the Acadia Student Union. So we'll help you out there too. Usually we would have our campus tours, but I know times are kind of tricky right now, but we are monitoring it and we are going to be trying some new innovative ways so that you all can see campus without having to travel. So keep an eye out for that. There will be updates on our social medias, but I'll give you those handles in the next slide or two. This boarding pass program, so if you come to an open house or if you come for a tour, come to an event like this, then we will offer you our boarding pass program. What this does is it reimburses you for the one-way travel you had made in order to come see us, whether that be on move-in day or otherwise. We will reimburse you as long as you are studying with us in September 2021. Here are all of our handles, as I mentioned. So all those campus tours updates, all the campus updates in general, residence life, meal hall, student life, whatever's happening, something fun, or any news that you may need to hear about will be on our social media. Our Instagram is pretty popular. So we have Instagram takeovers. We have lots of different fun updates, like I said, and we're trying to get our TikTok started. So if you like TikTok or watch TikTok, just look out for that one. We'll hopefully be up there soon. And if you haven't already applied, then I would love to join, or I would love to welcome you to the Acadia family and answer any questions that you have or help you through the application process if you have yet to do so. And then, yeah, this is all that I have for the presentation. So I guess we will move on to our Q&A session. If there's no questions, no worries. But I will be there for you whenever questions do. Let's see. I'm not seeing any questions thus far. So I guess I'll just, I'll pop my email into the chat here, just in case you need to have that. Take a picture of it, and feel free to email me again anytime. More than willing to chat with you. If you want to set up a one-on-one chit chat with me and you, or me and you and your parents, or whoever, again, more than willing to do so. But with that being said, I will let you all get back to your lovely evening. And thank you again for taking the time to learn about Acadia and what we have to offer you. And hopefully I was able to let you think about some things and pique your interest in coming to Acadia. But I hope you have a good night, and thanks again. Bye.